So let's see a problem on toppling. Here we have a solid sphere and a fixed blank. The solid sphere is on a smooth surface. Now we are applying a horizontal force at the center of the sphere. Let's say the force value is F, the radius of the sphere is R and the mass is M. The height of the plank is R by 2. Now we need to find that how much force is required. What is the force required so that this sphere topples over the plank? Now how are we going to calculate that? Let's see. So here is the situation again, and there's this force F, and there's another force at this instant which is mg, and there's some other force which is from the point of contact, random direction, let's call it n1, and there's another force from ground, this is upward, and let's call this n2. So we have four forces at this point. As soon as this object starts to topple, what we will observe is that this n2 starts to vanish. This n2 will start vanishing. Why is that? Because the sphere will start leaving the contact surface of the ground. n1 will still exist, it is variable as soon as it starts to topple, and while it is toppling, n1 will still exist. It will be variable, it will not be fixed. It will change its direction throughout its point, throughout the course of time, but the point of contact will exert this force n1 on the sphere. So here we have the FBD, the free body diagram of the sphere. Now remember, if this sphere has to topple, the condition for toppling is, can you imagine that about what point is this sphere toppling? So this sphere is toppling about this point over here. We call it the point of contact, and the sphere will topple in a clockwise direction. So for the sphere to topple, the torque, the net torque in the clockwise direction has to be positive. So what are the forces that are producing the net torque? Also this torque is about the point of contact, about the point of contact. So what are the forces that are creating this net torque about the point of contact? There are two forces that are creating this net torque about the point of contact. One of them is F and the other one is mg. These two forces are creating a net torque F in clockwise direction while mg in anti-clockwise direction. You can see from here that this is the arm for F across the point of contact, and this is the arm for mg across the about the point of contact. Normal that n1 will cause no torque about the point of contact because it is passing through the point of contact itself. So let's see the calculations over here. So torque net has to be clockwise, should be positive. That means the net torque should be greater than 0 if it needs to topple. The force is creating a torque of F into arc length. Now let's see the arc length over here. So this triangle, we're talking about this triangle, or let's say this rectangle. Alright, this is the center of the sphere, let's call it O. This is the point of contact, let's call it P, and the force F is in this direction f. You have this length as r, and in the question it is given that the height of the block or the plank is r by 2. So this length is r by 2, this length comes out to be r by 2 also. This is r, let's call this as theta. So I can get this as r square minus r square by 4 the whole under root, which comes out to be we can take out under root of 4 minus 1 by 4, 3 by 4, which comes out to be root 3 r by 2. So from here we can also see that r cos theta is r by 2, so theta comes out to be 60 degrees. If theta is 60 degrees, we have this length, so we have both the arcs. Now this force is creating a torque F into length of the arc. The length of the arc comes out to be, for F, it is this height over here. This is for F, which is R by 2. And this is positive torque because we are considering clockwise as positive, minus the torque due to mg is negative because it is anti-clockwise, and arc length comes out to be this length, which is root 3 r by 2, should be greater than 0. So f r by 2 should be greater than mg root 3 r by 2. So this gives us f, r gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, should be greater than root 3 mg. If the force is greater than root 3 mg, that means minimum force is root 3 mg. We can write it also greater than equal to. In case of equal to, it will not topple, it will be the critical point. It will be at the verge of toppling. Any force greater than root 3 mg, it will start to topple. So the minimum force required to topple is root 3 mg. Now remember, if this F force is exerted at a point other than the center, the mechanics will change. The arc length will be changed, and therefore the net torque will change. We will have some other force. The value of this force will change. I hope you understood the problem.